SoundCartel.
From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. There was a fear or a hope, depending on who you ask, that working from home would be the new normal for office workers. But the pendulum seems to have swung back. According to Roxanne Calder, Managing Director of boutique recruiting firm ST10, most people are back in the office again, but not everyone and not all the time. There's some flexibility for a hybrid model, and Roxanne explains shortly how you can make it work too. But first, there's been a big push for staff to get back to the office. Roxanne tells Chris Ashmore why.
The answer is yes, people are moving back to the office. There's been a massive push. I think we saw that last year, definitely. And I think that's due to productivity and also a little bit of job insecurity. Like we've seen, a lot of restructure and people making roles redundant, etc. So that's definitely been a push. But we talk about this hybrid and working from home like it's a new thing, but it really isn't. It's been going for decades. And pre-COVID times, approximately 7% of us were working from home. And I think we think, everybody is working remotely and from home now, but it's really not the case either. So globally, as of 2023, 28.2% of full-time employees worked a hybrid model. That's not a huge amount. It's certainly up from previous times. But unsurprisingly, and this is the key, 98% of us want more flexibility and want to be able to work from home. So if you think about it from a big picture perspective from employers, we still have this skill shortage no matter about the employment rate. Even when the employment rate goes to 4.5 as it's predicted, we will still have a skill shortage. And if the majority want to work from home, I think maybe, if there was some flex there, we might have a better call. And also, interestingly, 66% in Europe think that working from home should be a legal right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants flexibility, everybody wants a happy workforce, but at the same time, everybody wants their business to do well. What are some of the pros and cons with working from home?
Yeah, so I think you can debate it on both sides, but, the pros supposedly is increased productivity when you have the working from home model, but equally people are saying, well, it's increased productivity when you have people back in the office. There's decreased costs because, the real estate costs, etc., space, supplies, commute for both parties is reduced. People say that they are happier as well. There's also evidence to say that there's been a decrease in the happiness of people as well. So it can go both sides. I think whoever's argument it is, they'll play the card that they want. Some of the cons to be aware of, and I say this not just for employers, but for employees to be aware of, is that people are not seen as much. So therefore, in terms of career progression, etc., things like that, you will miss out on opportunities if you're not overly seen. You need to be in the office some of the time. There is an increased risk of burnout as well with it, because people used to think, it's easier to work from home. I get more of a balance, but I'm sure you find the same. Like when I'm working from home and I go past my laptop after I've had dinner, I'm like, I didn't do that. I'll quickly do that. Whereas we have the luxury of the switch off when we leave the office and we get on the train or the bus, and already we're starting to mentally unwind. So there's some real benefits, I think, from making sure that we do still have some office time.
Absolutely. It's having that physical separation.
Yeah.
Really brings in a psychological separation as well.
Yeah, it's a circuit breaker. Yeah.
So the hybrid model probably isn't taken up as much as we think. However, that's an option. Can a hybrid model actually work then?
Yeah, it can. It really can. The key is to understand, I think individuals, what it is that people are looking for when they say, I want flexibility. What does that mean? Because it's not one for everybody. For one person, it might mean I want to leave work at 4:00 so I'm home with the kids. Or for others, it might mean I really want to work from home one day a week because there's a gym class that I want to go to that I can't possibly get in to the office in time for on a Friday. And everyone's priorities, I don't think, should be judged. So it shouldn't be because you have children or because you're studying or because whatever. It shouldn't matter. That's the beauty of having this flexible work, is that everyone has a priority and everyone's priorities are equal. The other thing with making it work, so first, is understanding what people's needs are, but also most importantly is the business business needs, because there's no point catering to what it is that your employees want if it doesn't work for your business. So overarchingly, it must work for the business. And then rolling it out properly and having days that, everyone's in the office so that there is engagement, having proper onboarding training. Maybe you don't do the flexible model till after 6 months, 9 months, whatever that might be, so that there is high engagement already. Yeah, that's some of the keys I would put to it.
Absolutely. You mentioned skills shortage before. I mean, it's only going to get more difficult, I suppose, and keeping employees happy with whatever arrangements employers can offer them is important, I suppose.
It is, but there is a balance as well, because you can't keep offering and giving just to keep people, because there'll always be someone around the corner that'll offer and give something bigger, better. And that's not a sustainable culture. But most certainly, there is awesome things being offered. So, flexibility, bonuses that it's actually attached to attendance in the office, believe it or not. There's meals provided, there's team building things that are not work related. They could be cooking classes, subsidized travel, on-site childcare, even there's pet paternity, I think they call it, PAW, paternity. So you get leave to look after your pets. Basically anything creative is being offered.
That was Roxanne Calder, Managing Director of ST10. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow at BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel.